In the heart of an African village, there lived a young girl named Nneka. She was known throughout the village for her beauty, kindness, and intelligence. Nneka's father, Chief Ogbonna, was a respected man among their people, but he held peculiar beliefs about marriage. One day, Chief Ogbonna declared to the village that he sought a husband for Nneka. However, his criteria were peculiar. He demanded that Nneka marry a man without buttocks, believing such a man would be immune to the distractions of earthly desires and fully devoted to his family. Nneka was dismayed by her father's request. How could she marry a man with such an unusual condition? The entire village buzzed with speculation, but no suitable candidate came forward. As days passed, Nneka's worry grew. She couldn't bear the thought of marrying a man she didn't love, or worse, a man who didn't even exist. Her days were filled with quiet desperation until one evening, a stranger appeared at the village square. Tall and imposing, the stranger introduced himself as Ikin. He possessed an otherworldly presence that intrigued the villagers. Chief Ogbonna saw an opportunity and approached Ikin with his proposition, unaware of the consequences that would follow. To Nneka's surprise, Ikin agreed to marry her, despite the impossible condition her father had set. Chief Ogbonna, though initially skeptical, couldn't refuse such a willing suitor. The wedding was hastily arranged, and Nneka became Ikin's bride. At first, Nneka was grateful for Ikin's acceptance and kindness. He treated her with respect and tenderness, and she began to believe that perhaps her father's condition wasn't so strange after all. But as time passed, Nneka noticed peculiarities about her new husband. Ikin never seemed to eat or sleep. His eyes held a distant, almost predatory gleam, and he often disappeared into the forest for days at a time. Nneka's unease grew until one fateful night, she followed Ikin into the forest, determined to uncover the truth. Deep in the heart of the woods, Nneka stumbled upon a clearing bathed in moonlight. There, she witnessed a horrifying sight. Ikin shed his human guise, revealing a monstrous form, a creature with gnawed horns, glowing eyes, and a gaping maw filled with razor-sharp teeth. Terrified, Nneka realized the truth too late. She had married not a man, but a monster, a being from the depths of African folklore known as the Ekwensu, a shape-shifting demon who preyed on unsuspecting mortals. With horror, Nneka understood the price of her father's folly. She had been wedded to a creature of darkness, and now her fate was entwined with his. But Nneka was not one to succumb to despair. With courage and cunning, she vowed to find a way to break free from Ikin's grasp and protect her village from his malevolent influence. Under the guidance of Momankechi, the village elder, Nneka embarked on a journey of spiritual awakening. She delved into the depths of African folklore, seeking out ancient rituals and incantations to weaken the demon's hold on her. Armed with knowledge and determination, Nneka prepared herself for the ultimate confrontation. On the night of the full moon, when the boundary between the mortal realm and the spirit world was at its thinnest, Nneka ventured into the heart of the forest, where Ikin awaited her in his monstrous form. With a heart full of courage and a mind sharpened by wisdom, Nneka faced the demon head-on. She recited the ancient incantations taught to her by Momankechi, weaving a powerful web of words and intentions to bind the creature's dark powers. As the incantations reached a crescendo, the air crackled with energy, and Nneka felt a surge of primal magic coursing through her veins. With a final invocation, she unleashed a burst of divine light, piercing through the darkness and banishing the demon back to the depths from whence it came. Exhausted but triumphant, Nneka emerged from the forest, her spirit unshackled and her heart ablaze with newfound freedom. The villagers greeted her with awe and reverence, for she had triumphed over the forces of darkness and emerged victorious against impossible odds. From that day forth, Nneka's tale became legend, passed down through generations as a testament to the power of courage, resilience, and the indomitable spirit of the human soul. And though the memory of her ordeal lingered in the shadows, Nneka walked proudly among her people, a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who dared to defy the darkness and embrace the light.